is Mandy from St. Pete Running Company. I am coming at you today to talk about some really easy yoga postures that I like to do. I'm not going to lie and say I do it every day, but I like to do it as often as possible. Kind of keeps me limber, helps me to kind of flush out the tight muscles, and you don't have to be particularly bendy to do any of these. These are very kind of beginner yoga friendly. So I'm going to tell you the different postures, and then I'll do a little flow that you can do at home. So the first one actually is my favorite, and you're just going to be hanging there. So you can just hang forward, you fall forward. If you can touch the toes, great. If you need to bend your knees a little bit, that's awesome too. I like this because it really stretches out my hamstrings, makes me feel really old and creaky, but it's good to kind of stretch out a little bit, and you can bend your knees a little as you can get a little bendier. Then the next one is actually down dog. So you've probably heard of this one. Mine's not particularly pretty, but it's really good for stretching out your calves. So you want to try to keep your back nice and straight, and the goal is to get your heels to the floor. I've never gotten my heels to the floor. You can also just pump out your legs a little bit like this too. Stretch the calves as you can. It feels really good. And from here, I'm actually just going to go into the next one, which is, you can call it whatever you want. I like to say you're flipping your dog. So basically you're trying to kick your butt with your heel, and that really stretches out your hip flexors really nicely. I like this one. And then from here you can kind of go straight into pigeon, which is a little torturous, and I'll show you two ways you can do this. So pigeon, you're going to have your back leg straight behind you, and your front leg is sort of supposed to be bent at 90 degrees. The goal is to have your butt on the ground. I've also never gotten my butt on the ground. I'm too tight for that. But it does feel like a really nice stretch here along the back of the hamstring and down along the side of your leg. An alternative way to do this, if you just cannot do this posture, is figure four, which you can actually do by standing if you want. And you just, like this, cross your ankle over your thigh, and then you can just kind of sit into it. So that way your knee is doing the stretching of your opposite leg, and you can do this on both sides. So now I'll show you a fun way to just get all the postures in at once. And it's sort of a brand of sun salutations. So you can just stretch out your arms, you can do little raises here, and then you're gonna hang. So do that first one. Try to keep your back straight. And you come up halfway, straighten up your back a little bit, and then you hang again. And then you're just gonna kind of go into an easy plank. Planks are really good for your core. Also really good for runners to do, lots of planks. Come down into a little half push-up, and up dog. And then you're gonna go into your next posture, down dog. And then you'll do this on both sides, but I'm going to do with my left side. So you'll stretch that out nicely. And one I forgot to talk about is lizard lunge. So you're going to bring your foot to match with your hand. And something that I like that feels really good is to put when you're on your left side, put your right hand under your face and turn open and spin. And if you're feeling squirrely, you can get into side plank. Do all those good core exercises for runners. If you're not, I'm not going to tell anybody. And then you can go here straight into pigeon. If you don't want to do pigeon properly like that, you can go from here, stand, and do that little figure four. So I hope that was helpful. Hope you guys get bendy. Thanks for watching.